So while Meghan's come up and her hypergamous lifestyle has definitely taken a negative turn, I mean, that's just a fact. She is fortunate and she is blessed to have a man who loves her and who has her back. This is Steve with Pretty and Things. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. Well guys, I am back with a new hypergamy video. I was going to actually save this until Friday, but honey, it could not wait, because I am tired of how these people are dogging Meghan Markle. And you know, you guys, I just felt like, you know, it was time to speak on it, because I just think it's so wrong. And you know, a lot of it is due to her race and the fact that she is mixed race. Her mother is black, and you know, she is being taken through the ringer primarily because of that. Now, if you don't know who Meghan Markle is, you know, honey, you should know. But let's recap. She is an actress. She was an actress. She was on this show called Suits on USA Cable Network. She married Prince Harry, who is the son of Prince Charles and the late Princess Diana. And last year, 2018, May 19th, which is my father's birthday, as well as my niece's Farron's birthday. And it was a beautiful ceremony. She looked gorgeous. They looked very happy, very much in love. Fast forward a little bit over a year later, and this woman has been plagued with nothing but bad press. She and Harry had a child about 5 months ago. His name is Archie, and it's just been one thing after another. And it's just, this woman has been described in the most unflattering terms by the media. If you read the comments and stories about her, there are constant like references to her race. I mean, just really disgusting things said about this woman because she is half black. She has been described as difficult, that she has, you know, changed Harry. His personality has changed as a result of marrying her. Meghan is constantly being compared to Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, who is married to Prince William, Harry's brother. I mean, from everything to her, from her demeanor to the fact that, you know, she recently had a baby, Archie, and she still has not lost all of her baby weight. Whereas Kate Middleton, she's had, you know, she had 3 kids in 5 years, and she's slim as a rail. I mean, each time she dropped that baby weight like that. Harry and Meghan as a couple are constantly being compared to William and Kate, and of course Harry recently alluded to the fact that there has been some tension between him and William of late. You know, I was a humongous fan of Diana, Princess of Wales, who died tragically in 1997 in a car crash. She, of course, was Harry and William's mother. And it's just, my focus on the royal family in Britain began pretty much with her. And it's just, the royal family is just notoriously hard on women. The media, with regards to the royal family, tends to focus on whatever new woman comes into the family. Diana was the most famous woman in the universe when she married Prince Charles, and subsequently hounded by the paparazzi. I mean, basically to the grave. Prince Andrew married a woman named Sarah Ferguson. They call her Fergie, and they, like, at first it's all sweetness and light in the beginning. You're a breath of fresh air, as, you know, Diana was, as Fergie was, as Meghan was, and then it's like they turn on you. By the time Andrew and Fergie were heading towards divorce, they called her the Duchess of Pork. They called her an opportunist. They actually have pictures of Fergie with another man, kids sucking on her toes with her kids there. She was probably the most scandalous royal of all the women that married into the family. And of course, there's Kate Middleton, who married Prince William. They met in college. And, you know, she had her issues too prior to the marriage. They called her Waity Katie because basically they said her goal in life was to wait for him to propose to her. They accused her of not working. She, of course, worked for her family, her family's business, but they said that, you know, she did nothing but sit around and wait for him to propose. So, I mean, all the women in their family, for the most part, have had their challenges with the media in one way or another. But what's happening to Meghan is a different sort of situation. There's a different layer to that because of her race. And I firmly believe that. You know, before she and Harry got married, she and he in their pre-wedding interview stated that she had been, you know, dogged with, you know, persistent comments about her race and their sort of mixed race union and how disheartening that was. And it's actually gotten worse. You know, it's interesting to me when we as a Black community talk about colorism and how, I mean, I've read a couple things where a lot of, you know, some of the Black women are on these, or not just Black women, Black people saying how they did not necessarily identify with her as a Black woman, which I found, you know, a bit disheartening. I mean, it's like she's not Black enough, which is in my opinion ridiculous, because if we've learned nothing else in the last 18 months since they've been married, is that while unfortunately a lot of Black people don't recognize her as Black, the people in the media and the public do, and she is being crucified in part because of that. It's interesting to me how the Black community, Black women in particular, rallied around somebody like Jordan Woods, who was wrong on top of wrong, but because of the wrong she did to someone you did not like, it was somehow justified. Meghan Markle has been nothing but classy and dignified despite all of the hardships she's enduring. And I mean, let's be honest, she is a very great example of hypergamy. This woman married up like a mug. What bothers me is that she has not done anything to warrant all of this negative press every single day. It is relentless. You know, I'm sorry, but the punishment doesn't fit the crime. You know, and just in regards to the colorism, once again, this woman has, in my opinion, very much represented herself as a Black woman, and that is the problem at her, you know, that is the problem I think that a lot of people have. At her wedding, she had the all-Black choir. She had the Black minister from Chicago. She could have easily gone along with the status quo of the other royal weddings and all of that, but she chose to very much represent her race. Meghan Markle has Black friends, including Serena Williams, who is, you know, the epitome of a Black woman. And the people that know her, really know her, have nothing but good, flattering things to say about her as a person, that she's a nice person, she's a kind person, she's a very generous person. So how is it that the public perception of her is so completely different from the perception of those who actually know her, her close friends? You know, like a lot of, you know, people in the Black community, she has a very dysfunctional family. Her mother is Black, her father is white, and she is estranged from her father. She's got a stepsister that is, you know, constantly in the media criticizing her, making money off of criticizing her. She recently wrote a letter to her father that he basically betrayed her and, you know, took to the media. In fact, Meghan and Harry are in the process of suing a British tabloid for publishing, you know, the private letter between her and her father, citing a copyright issue. And it's interesting how, I remember years ago when Kate and William got married, the media took pictures of her topless. I mean, completely topless. They took him from, you know, miles away practically, and it was like a huge scandal. And William sued that tabloid on her behalf, on their behalf, citing invasion of privacy, of course, and he won. But it was like none of that was held against Kate. Obviously, you know, it's not like she was on the beach laying out topless, but none of that was held against her in the sense that, you know, you have this royal position, you know, people are watching you, you should have known better than to do something like that. Of course, had Meghan been caught in a similar position, she would have been crucified. She would have been called attention seeking. Hell, they probably would have accused her of staging it. This woman has been subjected to just crushing, you know, criticism at every turn. Last week she did an interview when the reporter asked her, you know, how she was coping with everything, and essentially she said not well. He asked if it was, you know, fair to say that, you know, things were not going well, and she said yes, you know, that it's a very real situation to be going through behind the scenes. And anyone would, you know, crack at being, you know, a lot of people freak out about a negative comment being written about them on Facebook. Imagine waking up to negative comment after negative comment after negative article unfairly written about you, lies, and just the knowledge that, you know, people are just treating you unfairly. You're a newlywed, you're a new mother, and you know, you've moved to a new country and assume this very public new role. And I just think it's so unfortunate how unfairly she is being treated and the impact it's having on her and on her husband, Harry. Harry has very much been affected, of course, by the death of his mother when he was 11 or 12 years old. And he sees sort of parallels between what is happening to Meghan with regards to the media and how she's being treated and the way Diana was hounded. Why Meghan is a great example of hypergamy is not solely because she married obviously a tremendous provider. The man is, you know, super rich, but because she married a protector. He is fiercely protective of her and their child, to the point of considering leaving the country, at least part-time, to live in the States or even in Africa. He has been extremely vocal about wanting to protect her and upset about the criticism, the harsh, unfair criticism she has received, even to, you know, his detriment. People are looking at him like, oh, what's wrong with Harry? He used to be such a jolly chap, and now she's changed him. But that's his wife. And kudos to him for seeing her as the prize, as a prize, and protecting her. So while Meghan's come up and her hypergamous lifestyle has definitely taken a negative turn, I mean, that's just a fact. She is fortunate and she is blessed to have a man who loves her and who has her back. And when I speak of hypergamy, my sort of view of it is comprehensive. It's not just about a man having money. It's about the love that he shows you through his generosity, through his willingness to protect you even at his own expense, which is, you know, happening with Harry. He's, you know, receiving a lot of criticism, both externally from the media and the public, as well as supposedly his own family. So I just wanted to address this because I really hope that people get behind Meghan, particularly those in the Black community. You know, I just think that this woman is deserving of support. I think she's been a great role model for women of all color. You know, there is no such thing as a perfect life. Even in your come up, you're going to face challenges. I mean, obviously, this woman is facing challenges on a larger scale, she and her husband, but they are a united front, and that ultimately is what you want, and that ultimately is what's going to get them through, hopefully. I personally hope that they do not relocate to the United States, at least not for a while, until they get through this, because I don't want them to be run out of England. I don't want them to, those assholes, to feel as if they've won by running her and him out of England. I hope they stay there and stay the course and do their thing, and honestly I think they will. So let me know your thoughts on Meghan Markle, what she's going through. I mean, do you think the interracial nature of their marriage contributes to this? I certainly do. Do you consider her a black woman? I certainly do, and apparently they do, which is in part why she is being treated as harshly and unfairly as she is, in my opinion. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you do, thumbs it up. I look forward to reading your feedback in the comments, and don't forget, you guys, turn on those notifications so you are aware whenever I upload a great new video just like this one. I will be uploading, you know, my videos every Friday, my hypergamy videos. So yeah, you guys, thank you very much for your time, and until next time. Mwah.